What if I told you that one of the most responsible things you do in your kitchen, saving money, reducing waste, and choosing home-cooked meals, could quietly be increasing your risk of one of the most aggressive diseases the body can face? It sounds unlikely, but stay with me for a moment. The science behind this is real, documented, and rarely discussed until it becomes a serious problem. We are talking about reheating leftovers. More specifically, 5 foods that undergo dangerous chemical or biological changes when exposed to heat a second time. These changes directly affect one of the most important organs in your body, your pancreas. I am Dr. Ava, and my goal is to share this kind of information early, before anyone is forced to ask the question no one wants to face. How did this happen? Why your pancreas is the vulnerable target. Let me briefly explain why your pancreas is especially vulnerable, because once you understand this, everything else will make sense. Your pancreas has 2 critical roles. It produces digestive enzymes that break down food, and it produces insulin, the hormone that regulates blood sugar after every meal. It works continuously, often without any noticeable signal. The important detail is this: the pancreas rarely signals distress until something is seriously wrong. Pancreatic cancer has one of the lowest survival rates in modern medicine, with a 5-year survival rate below 12%. This is largely because it develops silently. By the time symptoms appear, the disease is often advanced. So the real question is not only what is harmful, but what habits might be placing repeated stress on this organ over time. At least 3 of the foods we will discuss are likely already in your refrigerator. Food 1. Reheated fried foods. Let us start with one that surprises many people. Leftover fries, fried chicken, or spring rolls are often reheated to restore their texture. When foods cooked in vegetable oils such as sunflower, corn, or soybean oil are reheated, the oils undergo oxidative degradation. This process breaks them down into harmful compounds known as aldehydes. These compounds act like damaging agents inside your cells. They interfere with DNA, disrupting normal instructions that control cell growth and repair. When this process continues over time, it can create conditions that favor disease development. The pancreas is particularly affected because it is constantly active. When oxidative stress increases, the pancreas must work harder to manage inflammation. If reheated fried food is a regular part of your routine, your pancreas is under repeated strain. The better approach is to reheat fried foods using dry heat, such as an oven at about 180 degrees Celsius or an air fryer. This restores texture without producing additional harmful compounds. Also, avoid reusing cooking oil. Food 2. Cooked leafy greens. This one often surprises people. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and arugula are considered very healthy. And they are. However, once cooked and stored, their chemistry begins to change. Leafy greens naturally contain nitrates. After cooking and cooling, bacteria can convert these nitrates into nitrites. When these foods are reheated, the nitrites can react with amino acids to form compounds called nitrosamines. Nitrosamines are classified as probable carcinogens and are known to interact with DNA. Since the pancreas is involved in digestion, it is directly exposed to substances absorbed from food. Repeated exposure over time increases the overall burden on the body. A safer option is to eat leftover greens cold. You can add them to salads, wraps, or sauces. If you prefer them warm, prepare only the portion you plan to eat immediately. If this is making you rethink what is in your refrigerator, take a moment to like this video. It helps more people access reliable health information. You can also share this with someone who regularly reheats their meals without considering these risks. Food 3. Cooked rice. Rice may appear harmless, but it presents a hidden risk at the microbial level. Raw rice contains spores of a bacterium called Bacillus cereus. Cooking destroys active bacteria, but not these spores. As rice cools, especially at room temperature, the spores can become active again, multiply, and produce toxins. These toxins are heat stable, meaning reheating the rice does not eliminate them. When consumed repeatedly, these toxins can contribute to low-level inflammation in the gut. The pancreas responds to signals from the digestive system, so ongoing gut inflammation can influence pancreatic function over time. To reduce risk, cool rice quickly after cooking by spreading it out. Refrigerate it promptly and consume it within 24 hours. Reheat it thoroughly once and avoid reheating it multiple times. Food 4. Leftover chicken. Chicken is commonly reheated, but the method matters. Microwaving can heat food unevenly due to variations in density, fat, and moisture. This creates areas that do not reach a safe temperature, allowing bacteria to survive. These bacteria can trigger an immune response once consumed. Repeated exposure leads to ongoing inflammation, which affects multiple organs, including the pancreas. A more reliable method is reheating chicken in an oven at about 175 degrees Celsius, covered to retain moisture and ensure even heating. If using a microwave, cut the chicken into smaller, uniform pieces and ensure it is heated evenly throughout. Food 5. Reheated potatoes. Potatoes present a combination of chemical and metabolic concerns. When cooked at high temperatures, potatoes can form a compound called acrylamide, which is considered a probable carcinogen. Reheating them, especially when dry, can increase its formation. Additionally, cooled potatoes contain resistant starch, which is beneficial for gut health and helps regulate blood sugar. Reheating them at high temperatures reverses this benefit, converting the starch into a form that raises blood glucose quickly. This causes the pancreas to produce more insulin. Repeated spikes can strain the insulin-producing cells over time. A better option is to eat leftover potatoes cold, such as in potato salad. If warming is preferred, use very low heat. If you recognize some of these habits, it is important to know that change is possible. The body can recover when stressors are reduced. The guidelines are simple. Use dry heat for fried foods. Eat greens and potatoes cold. Cool and reheat rice properly. Heat chicken evenly and thoroughly. These small adjustments can help reduce long-term strain on your body. I am Dr. Ava. If you found this helpful, like the video and share which food surprised you the most. Also consider sharing this with someone who could benefit from this information. Take care of yourself and those around you. Subscribe for more evidence-based health content.